So to get our chili started, I've got pork and beef mince. I need about, so I've got about 500 grams of each. I don't need that because I only need 500 grams all up. So I need about half. So about 250 grams of each of these. It's always good with these sorts of recipes. You do the same with a lot of Italian ragu sort of dishes. Pork just gives it a little bit of that fatty flavor and an intensity when you caramelize it that beef doesn't get you. So it's always good to have that. All right, a little bit of oil. Probably, I'm not going to need any oil, I don't reckon, because of the fat that's in that pork mince. So we'll cook that off. But once I've got a little bit of color on that, I'm going to add my spice mix. So we are doing a chili, so I've got a chili spice mix. This has all the flavors that I need in it to pump a heap of tasty goodness into that chili. And it's sort of medium heat. So it's a chili. It's meant to have a nice little kick to it, and this does, which is great. So we'll give that another stir. So I reckon we'll do 5-10 minutes of browning our meat, and then I'll add my spice mix, then my passata, my tomatoes, my tin tomatoes, and then all of the other tinned ingredients in the refried beans and the black beans. But to go with this, I want a little bit of rice. So this pot over here, which is just about to come to the boil, I've got some rice. Pop that in. And that'll cook along. That'll cook along with our chili as we go. And the good thing about this big pig is that you can do two things at once. So the big amount of heat that you get out of there means you can cook a chili and you can get your rice done at the same time. My spice mix is in there. Next, I am going to add some pickled jalapenos because I like heat. But this is a bit that you would not do. You'd leave this step out if you weren't that into heat and you just wanted the heat that was in the chili spice mix, then you wouldn't worry about these pickled jalapenos. These pickled, I don't actually think they're that hot because they've been pickled. It takes a lot of that heat out of them. I just think they're a sort of sweet, sour heat, which I absolutely love. So I'll pop them in. Then my passata, which is just tomato puree. So I have one bottle of that, about 500 mils. Give that a stir. And everything comes together quite quickly now. And it sort of just sits, which is great for, again, cooking outdoors. Everything just sort of sits and ticks away for 45 minutes to an hour. My black beans go in. All of my black beans. And then your refried beans, I think, add a great texture and flavour. And it's up to you how much of the refried beans you want to add. The more you add, the thicker your chili is going to be. So refried beans. I love the texture of refried beans and I love the flavour. So I'm going to put a couple of big spoons of that in. That's completely different to the black beans that are in there. The texture, the mouthfeel and the flavour. So stir that in. And now it just sits and ticks away for a good 30 minutes, 45 minutes to an hour. You really can't leave it on there too long. If you want to leave it on for a long period of time, if you have started it early and you're happy to leave it, just keep topping it up with a little bit of water. Happy with that. That consistency is what I like. So I've used about half a tin of the refried beans. Need a pinch of salt. Check on my rice. So now these two will come together at the same time. I used brown rice, so it's going to take about 45 minutes for the brown rice to cook, and that'll take about 45 minutes for it to just tick away now and for those flavors to do their thing, to mingle. So I'm going to give that 45 minutes. We'll come back and we'll plate it up. rice finished just before my chili, so I've got that on the warming plate ready to go. Now it's time to bring everything together. The chili itself is very versatile. So the good thing about it, if you're gonna make a good amount, which is what we've done, but the next day you can use it for nachos, or you can use it for tacos, or in a jaffle, or with pasta. It's super versatile. It's just a yummy base. I'm competing with a bird at the moment, somewhere in this tree. It's just a yummy base of flavor that you can mix with lots of different things. So if you're gonna make it, make a good amount of it. So our rice. Spoons full of our rice. And our chili's still ticking away. Another thing you absolutely could do is you could stir the rice into your chili mix, let it stop, and then you can have it as a burrito. That rice thickens it up. It means that you can wrap it up in a tortilla and have it like a burrito, like a breakfast burrito. So like I said, it's super versatile. It's great just as is with corn chips, like it's a dip. So you can get many different serves and different dishes out of one recipe.